Hey, it's Jason with Jams.net. I absolutely love my 2003 Silverado. I got about 300,000 miles on it. But I find when I'm towing a long trailer, I would like to have more viewing angle than what these mirrors are giving me. So right now, when I sit in it, you can see I'm not really even clearing the back of that 8-foot long bed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install some aftermarket towing mirrors, and I want to show you the difference and the process to install them. Stay tuned. Hey, it's Jason with Jams.net. Thanks for tuning in today to my channel. Today I want to talk about my 2003 Chevy Silverado, which is the work truck, full-size, long bed, 8-foot bed. And this truck has been absolutely fantastic for me. In fact, I've put about 300,000 miles on this truck. I bought it brand new as a work truck in 2003. I used it very frequently for projects around the house. And what I find is when I'm towing, oftentimes this little, standard manufacturer mirror just doesn't really let me see far enough behind the trailer. In fact, I can barely see behind the 8-foot bed without even towing a trailer. Now, it hasn't been a problem, obviously, in 21 years, but I'm towing a lot more stuff lately up to the building, and I want to address it. And you might be asking how I'm going to address it. I'm going to address it with these aftermarket towing mirrors that have been provided to me at absolutely no cost by Yita Home. That's Y-I-T-A Home. They sell various products for your vehicle, anywhere from floor mats all the way to mirrors. They also sell home goods and other things. Now, I hesitated putting mirrors on this truck because they were very expensive. These are going to be less than $100 when it's all said and done. They do come with the electronics, which this Silverado does not have. But what is this going to give me? It's going to give me the ability to see significantly farther to the rear of the truck as I'm towing a trailer. So you can just see the massive difference with these mirrors. And this is fully extended, and then of course you can tuck it in and it will not become fully extended. So if it's not fully extended, it's not nearly as wide going out. I'm pretty excited to install these. And like I said, I want to say thank you, Yita Home, for sending these to me. And let's go ahead and install them on the 2003 Silverado. I'm going to show you step by step what the process is. And you can decide if this is something that you would like on your 2003 Chevy Silverado. Let's have at it. Okay, so I have these unpackaged. Let's take a closer look. Now, this will be the driver's side. This one is the passenger side. And these are heated with the turn signal built in with the cable. None of which is going to work on my old basic work truck Silverado, but that doesn't prohibit me from getting the functionality of the mirror. I'll just be able to tuck this wire in and not have to worry about it. So it's going to come in a pretty big box, and all you're going to get is a little thing here saying thank you for your purchase. If you have any issues, you can WhatsApp them, Facebook them, email them. This company, Yita Home, sent these to me at no cost. Again, I will caveat that by saying, though, you are getting a manufactured product in China, so you're going to have to be able to, do a little bit of the legwork yourself because there's no installation instructions. But as you can see, it's only 3 bolts that hold this bad boy on. So you're going to slide this through the outside into the inside and then latch it down. It looks like they are giving additional bolts and mounting hardware should you need it, along with some of the plastic tabs that appear to be what you would use to anchor the plastic back inside. So the overall installation process is pretty straightforward. In fact, I busted one of my mirrors previously and I had to, but behind this is how you're going to expose. Just pop that off just like so. It just pops in with the basic tabs. You can kind of remove that little foam, and that's all you're going to get. Now you can see in here, this looks like where probably the electronics would have went, which I do not have. It's just going to be 1, 2, 3, and that's that. So let me go get my socket set and determine what size these are, and we can pop them out. I don't even know why I was trying to guess. I should have known these are 10 millimeter. So your handy 10mm socket is what you're going to need for this bad boy. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the 10mm and loosen all. There's only 3 of them up. So this is not a really a big, difficult project when it's all said and done. Hollow behind here, so you definitely don't want to drop these because they'll go inside of the door panel, and that will be a big pain for you. And that's what it's going to look like when it comes off. You can see here, I'm going to put these down here. I'm doing the 2 bottom ones first, and then I'll do the one at the top. I just wanted to have something to hang on to until I do that one. So I guess these tabs, so you don't have to do what I just did because the tabs actually hold it in. So these little plastic tabs right here, they it looks like they snap. I know I'm blocking the camera, so bear with me. There we go. I'll show you what I mean. These little plastic tabs just squeeze, and then that will let you pop it out. So now we have the mirror completely out. So the next step is going to be to actually take the new mirror. As I mentioned, I don't have any electronics in this truck. So I'm going to just take these wires, and I'm going to actually just feed down below. But it's a super simple process. Before I feed them, I'm just going to set this in. I am going to let it put a little bit of weight on the bottom. Then I can walk around. If you have 2 people, probably ideal. But then I'm going to go ahead and just get the top one. I'm going to use the same hardware that came off. And I'm going to tighten up the top one. So I'm not using any of the provided hardware they gave. I'm just using what came on the truck. And I'm just going to attempt to get the top one nice and tight. So then you can see I have the top one all hooked up now. Super, super easy. Now, if you have a premium version, not just the base model, I don't have any of the electronics in this 2003 Silverado, you would want to plug in your electric wires. I don't have that, so I'm just going to tuck mine away. I'm just going to literally put them inside the void of the door because I have nothing in here to particularly worry about. So I'm just going to tuck them like so, and then I'm going to take this one and basically just do the same. Just put this excess wire in here without looping over any of the bolts, of course. And then I'm just going to tighten it down and put the plastic back. I didn't want to cut them because who knows? I seriously doubt it. But maybe this car is no more and I want these mirrors on another truck that has it. I don't want to cut it and then have to re-terminate anything. So just kind of tucking it in the void right there. So when I put the hardware back on, I just kind of use my finger to tighten it. And I make sure I put it on finger tight. And again, I'm not hooking it on any of the wires that I'm just tucking in there. And then this is the same process. I'm just finger tightening this on until I take my my socket wrench and actually get it nice and tight. So as you can see, the install is not difficult. Even if you're putting regular mirrors back on because you busted one, this passenger side one was all busted and I had to replace it to pass inspection before I could put historic plates on this truck. And it was the same process for any one that you buy. So let's go ahead and tighten these in. Okay, so I have them all tightened. It initially had this just kind of shoved in. I'm going to go ahead and shove this back in. I think that was just some insulation so you don't get a lot of wind coming through. And then you put your plastic plate back on. Looks like it went this way, right? Yeah, so you put the lip in, and then you basically pop this this down and in on each side. So once you have it lined up, then all you do, literally, is just pop it in like so. Not a whole lot to it. Let's take a peek with how this looks. Okay, so I have the driver's side done, and you can see how they look. This black plastic obviously looks a little shinier because it's new than how the old ones looked. They obviously tilt completely in. They tilt completely back, and then you really get that extra oomph that you probably need when you're towing. But let's see how it looks from the inside. So you get a significant difference just without them even extended. You can see how much more I'm getting. I can see the Land Rover, and boy, if you extend this, my God, I can see everything. Baby. So these definitely give me the depth I'm wanting. Pretty easy to install. Now I'm putting my nasty fingerprints on everything, so I have to. I assume these probably actually adjust automatically. That's why I'm kind of breaking them by doing it by hand, because this truck doesn't have that. But it's not really breaking them. I'm just kind of doing my one-time adjustment. But man, I feel like I'm the captain of the dang Titanic right now. I can see everything. I mean, compared to this little dinky guy over here, which all I can see is the side of the truck mostly. This thing, what I really appreciate is just how much bigger it is in general. But also, oh, I'm towing a big trailer. Look at that. I mean, so right now, you cannot see the trash cans, okay? Now, you can see trash cans, no trash cans. So I'm trying to give you something to look at here. So, oh, I'm towing a 25-foot trailer behind me. Watch. Now you can see all of these trash cans and all of that. Now you can't. You can see basically the end of the fence. Boom. The end of the fence and all the way out to my trash containers. So that gives you a really good idea of what to expect. So I'm pleased with these. Easy to install. No problems at all. So I'm going to go ahead and install the passenger side one next. Exactly the same process. I'm not going to show it because it's literally the same process on this guy. And then we'll take a peek when I'm done. Okay, so I have this bad boy installed on the passenger side. Now, one of the drawbacks of having a base model Silverado, like I have, and I don't know if I would consider it a drawback. I might actually say it's a benefit. You don't have all the electronics, but boy, adjusting the mirrors can be a pain. Especially, so I would say this was a very successful project, putting the aftermarket towing mirrors on my 2003 Chevy Silverado. Again, thank you very much, Yita Home, for sponsoring this video and giving me some mirrors to try. You can, again, just see the difference here. Significant difference in size, height, width, and of course, depth when you extend it. So you can just really see that if you tow things, these mirrors can be an absolute lifesaver, relatively speaking. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, this is on installing the YitaHome towing mirrors on a 2003 Silverado. But if you're just installing any mirrors, frankly, that process to install and remove them would be the same. Jams.net would give these a 5 of 5. Cheap, less than $100. Functional, they're heated, they have the electronics, so if your vehicle is equipped with that, plug it in, that's all you do and you're good to go. Love what I have here. Excited to actually tow these with a trailer. Be sure to subscribe again, and see you soon on the next install.